we have studied regarding this, but it could be a revision for most people who are watching this lecture. Okay, so for some people it could be a revision, and for some people it could be introduction regarding this. Okay, so already you are clear. Our topic is going to be at shadows and reflections. We know that light is we can see whatever we want, but there is a two thing should be compulsory available around us to see the objects. First of all, objects. Okay, objects. What is the meaning of object? Uh, Object, which means we can see. Okay, first of all, we can see. Second, we can touch. We are talking about object. Okay, so we can touch. We are able to touch the materials, the things, and we can see. Of course, if we can touch, then of course we can see that things. So here, so objects could be what? Liquid, could be solid, but object will not be gas. Gas, okay. We can't touch. We can't see the gas. So liquid material could be objects, and solid materials would be object. Clear? There are a lot of types of objects. That's why I'm saying. So through example, let's try to understand. This is what am I are able to touch this object, this board or not? Yes, of course I am able. I can touch it. That's why it is considered as an object. Okay. I am able to see this board. You are able to see this board. That's why this type of object, this type of material is considered as an object, so that we can read, we can understand with unknown material. We don't know name of object. That's why we say object. So here to understand. Okay, so first of all, object, this is object, and second thing is uh, light, source light. Source light is which will emit light. Okay, source light, source light will emit their own light. Clear? So here two things should be compulsory to see the object. First of all, source light, and second, object. Of course we want to see the objects, that's why we are talking about it. Second, light, source light. I'm not saying light, source light. I'm saying source light from which light will emit their own light. Okay, we understood here about light. Uh, in our surrounding area, we see what uses of light. There are being used lights in different work. Okay, day to day life. So here we will understand in details regarding this object, regarding this light, and different things. Here you can see these are points that we are going to discuss. Light, okay, light we should what? Object, and then second side source light. Okay. So let's dive. Next is luminous objects. This is object. Okay, this is object. Luminous is what? Luminous are objects. So what is the definition of this word? Yeah, it is saying luminous objects, this any type of object, but those objects are emitting their own light. So those types of objects will be considered, those types of objects would be considered as luminous objects. So objects which are emitting their own light, those objects, those objects are kept in the category of luminous objects. Clear? For example, sunlight, our bulb, there are different types of bulb. So torch also. These objects have their own light. These objects have their own light. Again, I am saying we have a lot of things. We have a lot of things. We have a lot of objects. We we are identifying. We are identifying the objects. Which type of objects would be luminous objects? Would be non-luminous? Would be transparent objects? Which types of objects would be opaque object? Which type of objects would be translucent objects? So here we are identifying the object. So these luminous objects, we are using objects only because we don't know name of object. That's why. So it is saying how would you describe luminous objects? How would you describe? Here you would say we have two objects. One object can emit their own light, but second object cannot emit their own light. So first object which is emitting their own light will be definition of a luminous objects. Okay. Second, which is let's say suppose marker. So marker cannot emit their own light. That's why marker is not an example of a luminous objects. Clear? So here we can say what here we can say those objects which emit their own light. Are called as luminous objects. Clear? For example, sunlight, torch, bulb, etc. These are examples of luminous objects. Here, one thing to notice. What we have two types of light. One is natural light and second is artificial light. Natural light is made up by nature, not human. Natural lights made by will not be made by human because human cannot make natural light. Okay. And artificial light, of course, you already know what artificial light. We are able to make artificial light. So torch, who made torch? Who made? We human, any person. So torch is made up torch was made up by women. That's why uh, torchlight is a example of is an example of artificial light. Sunlight is an example of natural light. So here we are classifying the types of light. Okay. So sunlight is a definition of artificial light, and torchlight is a definition of artificial light. Sunlight is a definition of natural light, and the torch bulb is are an examples of what uh, artificial light. Second, we are moving non-luminous objects. What do you think? What do you think about non-luminous object? Most of you already know we understood luminous objects. Now we are going to understand non-luminous objects. So here we are looking what opposite. This word is opposite of luminous object. So of course definition would be opposite. So here we have a definition of luminous objects. What those objects which emit their own light will be considered as luminous objects. Similar here we can write what those objects non-luminous objects cannot emit their own light. This types of objects is considered as non-luminous object. Okay. So here try to understand what uh, through example. Let's understand. Let's make it clear. This market, this board, and door, wall, house. Okay. Brick, house. House is able to emit their own light? No, because house types of object do not does not have does not have their light. That's why house object cannot emit their own light. Cannot emit their own light. That's why. So here we have examples. What examples are examples of non-luminous objects are marker, board, wall, book, house, buildings. These are examples of non-luminous objects. Clear? So those objects which cannot emit their own light will be known as non-luminous objects. Clear? Now we are going. Now we are moving. Transparent object. Can you identify the transparent object? Can you identify the transparent object? Before identifying a transparent object, we need to understand regarding this. What type of object? How can we identify? When we know meaning of this word, then we can identify easily without any barrier. So transparent object. Say buddy, I am a object, but we don't know which type of object am I. Okay. Transparent objects. Transparent object says you behind me. Transparent object is this. You audience, you will not be able to see area behind me. So who are saying transparent object is the same? What is a transparent object saying? Area behind me you can't see because of I am transparent objects. No, no, no. This is opposite definition. This is opposite definition. I am transparent object. You are here. You are in front of me. You are able. You would be able to see area behind me because I am transparent object. So glass is an example of transparent object, and a glass window, glass door is are examples of transparent object. Transparent object. So here, what is the meaning of transparent object? Person can see. Person can see behind. Can see area behind transparent behind object. So those objects will be considered as transparent object. Clear? This was the definition which explains it practically. So here, let's try to understand in physics language. I am transparent object. So how can we prove it that you are transparent object? Yeah, through study of physics language we can identify, we can prove it that you are transparent object. In front of me, I am what? I am object. You don't know which type of am I object. In front of me, there is a source light in front of me. Clear? Light is coming on surface of me. Clear? Light is falling on me. Now light will go through me. So it is a describing. This is a process to prove that you are transparent object because the light is crossing through you. That's why light is not being blocked by objects. Rather, instead, light is passing through object. That's why any person are able to see area behind transparent object because of light is passing through object. That's why. Clear? Uh, this is object. Clear? Source light. This is what object. Now we are trying to understand how to identify transparent object. Clear? So here light is falling on surface of this object. Light is passing through this object like this. That's why we can see behind area. We can see area behind this object because light is passing through this. This object is giving. This object is allowing the light. That's why we are here. We are here. We can see area behind the object because reason is because light is passing through object. That's why. Okay. Light is not being blocked by this object. So it will be considered as a transparent object. Now let's try to understand next thing. Next thing. Opaque object. Opaque object. this is a object as a now. So here, to prove opaque object, we should have at least two or three material. First source light, second opaque object, and third could be V to see uh, how to identify opaque object, transparent object, and translucent object. Now we are understanding about opaque object. Light coming from source light is falling on surface of object. It will get reflected rather than passing through this object. This will light will turn into another direction. Light will get reflect. This is also this is also a definition of reflection, but about reflection of object we will understand the reflection point we will come then. So here light is not passing. Can you see? Here light is not passing through this object. Rather than light is not passing. So rather than through passing this object is turning into another direction. That's why we can't see what behind we can't see area behind object because light is not passing through objects. So it's all about, you would say, light will cross, light will pass through object, then we will consider what this object would be, what uh, transparent object. But light is not passing through object, so this light would not be considered as transparent object. Rather, it would be considered as opaque object. So you would think what it's all about light, but I would say, okay, you are correct, but it's all about two things. It's all about two things. First is uh, first is what, source light, and second is object. I'm not saying transparent object, opaque object, translucent object. No, I am saying object, because here we are identifying which type of object will be transparent, opaque, translucent. So it will be possible when we will have when we will have object and second source line. Clear? So here we are not able to see area behind object because this is opaque object, because light, because object do not allow to pass this light through them because this is opaque object, this is not a transparent object. And through our example, we say in our life what, we are here and there is object and light, of course in our room there is a light, there is a level of light, so we can see opaque object and we see a lot of opaque object. We are able to see a lot of opaque object because light coming from source light is falling on object, on surface of object, so that's why we are able to see the object. Clear? So here we are here. Light is this object is not giving allow to pass the light. That's why we are able to see area behind this opaque object. So that's why. Clear? So I think now we should move on the next topic. Clear? Next is translucent translucent object. Translucent object. Clear? Translucent object. Now you would think what We understood transparent object, opaque object, now translucent object. What would this say? This would say that you have object here, you have object, you have already object, and also you have source light. This sunlight will pass through this object. Sunlight, I'm saying something light, something light will be allowed by this object, but something light will be blocked by these objects. So whatever light is being blocked by these objects would be would be would be shadow. We didn't understand formation of a shadow of an object. Okay, don't worry. After this discussion, we are coming soon on discussion of a shadow. Okay. So yeah, this is something light will be blocked by this object, but something light will not be blocked by this object. What is the meaning of this? I am saying that this object will allow to pass this something light through this, but something light this object would not allow. Clear? So something light is passing through this object will not form shadow behind this object. Rather, blocked blocked light blocked area, uh, we can say something light was being blocked would be formed shadow behind this object. So this type of object are considered as a translucent object. Clear? Now we understood luminous objects, non-luminous object, transparent object, opaque object, translucent object. We understood a lot of what type of word. A lot of type of word. I think we should move. Next is shadow. What do you think regarding this? What would you say? What would you like to say regarding this? If somebody asks to you, then in your mind, what would be your perspective regarding this? Uh, you would say, you tell us, yeah. So here we understood what opaque object. Here I am saying opaque object. We are understanding about shadows. So why are we are saying opaque object? Because there is a connection of opaque object with shadow. There is a connection. There is a link. What is the link? Link is this is opaque object. There is a source light. This light is falling on surface of this opaque object. We understood what on this coming light is falling on surface of this object turns into another direction. Turns into another direction, which is what a reflection of light. So now it is a turning into another direction. That's why we see what a shadow of this object behind this shadow. We see what shadow behind this object because light is not passing through this object. Rather, light is turning into another direction. rather than light is turning into another direction. So we can say what light is being blocked. Light is being blocked by this object. That's why this object is not giving allow to pass this light. That's why here we are seeing what formation of a shadow of this object. Clear? So it's all about opaque object. It's all about light and opaque object. Opaque object. So here we are taking what opaque object. Why didn't why didn't we take a transparent object? Because a transparent object definition of a transparent object is transparent object allows to pass this light. Let's suppose this is a transparent object. Now this coming light is falling on surface of a transparent object. It would not turn into another direction. Rather than it will pass through this transparent object. That's why we can't see formation of a shadow of a transparent object because the light is passing through this object. That's why. Yeah. This was the difference between uh, opaque object and transparent object. What is the difference? We can't see side of a transparent object. We rather we see what side of opaque object. Clear? So here we are looking at formation of a shadow of object because light is not passing through this object. Rather than light is turning into another direction, light is being blocked by this object. So that's why. Now it's a time to understand about the size of a shadow, shape of shadow. It is an interesting part, and already you know. If you don't know, so I would like to say you, I would like to tell you that a shadow, size of shadow, shape of shadow give us additional information. Today we have a lot of opportunity. Today we have a lot of online opportunity. If you edit videos, then you would see what the importance of a shadow, importance of light, importance of reflection. So in film industries, I is the same what the importance of light, shadow, reflection. Okay. So here you would feel sometime importance of shadow in your life. So that's why in our book it is said what shadows give an additional information through there. Here, this is a formation of shadow. So let's understand first of all size of shadow. If this source light is put near in front of opaque object, then shadow of this opaque object would be in larger form. Would be in larger form. But whereas if we put this this source light far away in front of this opaque object, then we would see what a formation of shadow would be in a smaller size. So it's all about between difference between opaque object and source light. If source light is near in front of opaque object, then it would be considered as what that formation of shadow, size of shadow is in large size when source light is put near in front of opaque object. Then, whereas shadow is being put far away in front of opaque object, then we will see what size of shadow would be in a smaller size. Let's try to understand about shape. In our childhood, we use we used to do make a shadow by making hand. So like this, here you can see shadow of this marker. I'm not explaining about the shape of shadow. About shadow, I am explaining. Something light is falling on this or on surface of this marker object, and light is falling on surface of this object, and it is getting reflect into another direction. It is this light is falling on surface of this. Is turning into another direction. That's why we are looking at the behind formation of a shadow of this object behind this. So it is happening because of light is passing, light is not no, light is falling, light is coming, light is falling on surface of this. Is turning into another direction rather than passing through this object. That's why we are looking at the formation of a shadow behind this object. Clear? Behind this object. So here you can see our hand, shadow of my hand. So it is happening like this because the light is coming, light is falling on surface of my hand, and this falling light is turning into another direction rather than passing through this object. But light is turning into another direction. This is also an example. This is also a definition of what. Mm, reflection. So here, sometimes you would feel what shape of original shape of a shadow of original object would not be give us would not tell would not be real original object. So shadow of object sometimes will not be able to try to describe that this is shadow, this is shape shadow is of animal, is of leg of animal. No, sometimes we can we cannot describe that this is shape of shadow is of leg of animal. No, sometimes we can be confused. So here we can say what shape of shadow of a object will not describe about original object. Clear? About original object. Now we are moving to next. We have mirror. Let's suppose we have mirror. We have mirror. This is mirror. It is easy to explain mirror. So tell me how many how many have we mirrors? How many? And there are some measure. Can you tell? Let me explain. We have three mirrors. We have three mirrors. And about these three mirrors, we will study in next standard in ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th. We will keep studying about three mirrors. So here, let's understand a little bit information regarding mirror. We have three mirror, first plane mirror, second concave, third convex. So here we are going to understand about the plane mirror. Okay, plane mirror. In the next standard, we will describe about a concave mirror and a convex mirror. So mirror, this is a plane mirror. This is what mirror. But but this is a plane. This is a smooth surface. Clear? We can see we see our image inside plane mirror. Inside plane mirror. So here also we can describe about a reflection. Here we are here, okay. We are here. We are here. We are in front of a plane mirror. Now, first of all, you need to be clear. What? You tell me, is this mirror is transparent object? This mirror is this mirror mm, translucent object? So which type of object is this mirror? Transparent object, translucent object, opaque object. Most of you would say what a mirror is opaque object. Mirror is opaque object. So how can identify? How can prove it that this is this mirror is opaque object? Yeah, you are right. Behind this mirror, we see what a painted area with a silver paint. So painted area is a describing that light will not pass through me. Who is the same? Who is the same? This mirror. Mirror is the same. Any type of light will not pass through me because behind me was painted with a silver paint. Clear? That's one. So here we are clear that this mirror is a opaque object. Now, if we want to see our image inside mirror, then there should be one thing. There should be put one, which is source light. Then it will be possible to see our image inside mirror when light will come from source light. Now, this light is falling on surface of a plane mirror. So already we know this mirror is a opaque object. So of course, this falling light will turn into another direction like this. This reflected ray is coming on surface of us, on surface of this omen. So omen is also what opaque object. Already we know omen is also opaque object. So can we say that this reflected ray will turn into another direction as well, like this. So here we are looking what a reflection, again a reflection of light. So it is happening like that because of opaque object, because of light is falling on surface of object, but light of reflection we are looking because of opaque object. Because of opaque object. So here, this coming light from source light is falling on surface of opaque mirror. Then it turns into another direction, which is reflection of light. So this reflected ray is falling on surface of human. Then it turns into another direction, which is what reflected ray. So we have two reflected ray. So that is how we that is how our duplicate image is formed inside mirror. This is a process. This is how. Okay. This is how. That is how. Uh, Duplicate image is formed inside mirror. Clear. So here we can say what a reflection. Definition of reflection. We can say easily that uh, light is coming light is coming is falling light is falling on surface is falling on surface of a plane mirror, turns into another direction, turns into another direction. Changes of direction is considered as reflection. We can say what changes of direction of light clear is considered as reflection. That's all. That's all from this standard. That's all from this slide. Uh, Now I think so. It's a time to understand about. I think it's a time to prove that light travels in a straight line. Light travels along a straight line. In along a straight line. So how would you prove that light is traveling in a straight line? How would you prove? Do you have any evidence? Do you have any idea to prove that light travels in through activity? We can prove. It is easy to prove through activity that light travels in straight line. Light travels in straight line. Light travels in straight line. Okay. Ah, yeah. I said you that through activity we can prove it. Activity is what? We have flame candle. We have flame candle. Also we have pipe. We have 5. Can you tell me shape of pipe? Of course, you can say easily that shape of pipe is in straight is straight. This is a straight pipe. This is a straight pipe. Now our eyes is here. Movement. Clear? Light is coming like this. Okay. Something light is coming through this pipe. Now let's prove it that light travels in straight line. Can you again tell me that can we see this flame candle through this uh, pipe? Yeah, your answer would be what? Yeah, of course we can see. So we can see flame candle because of light is going through this through inside through this straight pipe easily because that's why we can see flame candle through help of a straight pipe. Clear? Through help of a straight pipe because light is going through this straight pipe easily. That's why. Let's see when does light when will light not travel in a straight line. Let's see. Now we have what uh, unstraight pipe, bent pipe. What we have bent pipe. We have a bent pipe. Now easily you can say what we now we are not able to see the flame candle whether light is passing or not. Light is passing. Light is passing through this object, through this bent pipe. Light is going. Light is passing inside this bent pipe. But we can't see this flame candle because light is falling. Light is going through here and then it turns into another direction. So light is not in straight direction. Rather, light is in turns into another direction. That's why we can't see flame candle because light is not a travel. Light is not a traveling in a straight line. That's why light goes to here, then it turns into another direction. So here we are looking for two direction of light. So light is not traveling in a straight line. That's why we can't see flame candle through this bent pipe. So bent pipe is describing that your light direction of your light is not in straight. Okay, because of we have a bent pipe. So this was how light travels in a straight line. Light does not travels in a straight line. This was how. Through this activity we can prove, and this is a practical example. We can say we can prove it through our real example in our life. I think we are clear. Next point is next point is 174. What is the difference between two words, ray and beam. What is the difference between this word? When can we use ray word and when can we use beam word? So here it is saying light is coming from source light. So is in one direction and is like this, like this. This is a what shape of ray light. So we have one ray of light. We have one ray of light Whereas we can say what beam. Beam would have a lot of ray. So here this ray would have one ray of light, but whereas beam would have a lot of ray, a lot of ray. So this is what ray. So beam have a lot of ray, but ray has a ray. Also, we can write to beam what rays, rays, because we have a lot of ray. That's why we can say what rays rather than saying beam. So this was the difference between two words, ray and beam. If you say rays place of beam, then you are correct. And if you are using beam, then also you are correct. But there is a requirement of ray. There is a not requirement beam rays, but you are still writing what beam word array word. Whereas there is a requirement to write ray word only. So it will be incorrect because there is a big difference. There is a huge difference between ray and rays, between ray and beam. So we saw difference between ray and beam. So let's move on next discussion. On the next discussion, we try to understand about reflection of light. So reflection of object we also saw. Did you know that we can also say reflection of object? This is a building. Okay, this is a building. Here is a pond of water. We have water, sunlight. This is a real example. Through this real example, we can prove that reflection of object. Now we wanted to see the reflection of this building. So how can we say sunlight is coming, sunlight is falling on surface of a building object. Then it like this. Okay, it will turn into another direction. It will get reflected like this. So we have what along. This is a parallel. This is along. Along what? This light is coming along, along with in a direction. Then it turns along into another direction like this. This is a reflector. This is incidence. What? Incidence array. And this is what? A reflected array. So here we will write rays, not array, because we have rays. We have a lot of ray. That's why we are writing here rays. And also we can say beam place of rays. Okay. So here like this. So this sunlight will turn into another direction, and now reflected rays are falling on surface of water, which is in pond area. That's why this pond water, this pond water forms image of this building because of light turns into another direction, and then it falls on, it falls inside water. Like so here we have what, blast material? No, we have water, which is a shiny. We have water, which is a shiny. So here we should have a blast material. We should have a shiny material. So water is a shiny material. Clear? Let's suppose this is not water. Here is land. What land? Now, will we have duplicate image of this building? Still, light coming from source light is falling on the surface of a building object, is turning into another direction, and these reflected rays are falling on surface of land. Now, can you say, would we have image, duplicate image of a building? No, because we don't have plastic material, we don't have shiny material. Land is not a plastic material, land is not a shiny material. That's why we can't say what there is a no formation, there is no formation of building, there is no image formation of a building because of we don't have what plastic material and shiny material. Clear? So this light, incoming light from source light is considered as incidence ray, and incidence ray turns into another direction. So this turning direction of light is considered as a reflected ray. Okay, this was the next point to understand in a discussion of reflection word. Clear? So we have what, a pen mirror. We have pen mirror. What else do we need to understand? Yeah, here, this is a pond water, pond area of water. Clear? Here we are able to see image of this building inside pond water. So this is the original object. So it will be considered as object. But we are looking image of this object inside water. So uh, this formation object would be considered as image. In numericals, it will be very useful to identify which type of object is image. Okay. Next thing, next things. This is plane mirror. Okay. Already we know a plane mirror is a bug object. We have here light is falling on surface of opaque object, then it turns into another direction, and this reflected ray is falling on us, then it will turn into another direction, it will turn into another direction like this. This is how we see formation of our image inside plane mirror. This is how, that is how. Clear? Now we are looking, we are going to understand a little bit information regarding plane mirror, regarding regarding original object. So here we see our image inside the plane mirror. Now, so our size, inside mirror would be same would be same in size, same of our size of our image inside mirror would be same in size. I am asking you. You would say we have a plane mirror, so of course, uh, plane mirror, plane which means equal. So it is a characteristic. It is a characteristic of a plane mirror. What image of object, size of image of original object would be same in size behind mirror. It is a characteristic, and it is what erect, which means straight, we are here like this in front of mirror, then our image inside a mirror would be like this in straight shape, in straight. So we can say straight, otherwise you can say erect, whatever you want to say. So erect is considered in physics language. Otherwise, we use word straight word in our daily life, whatever. So whenever you see erect word in your physics story, then you can think, you can understand that erect, which means straight size, in straight size. Something is in straight size. So your image inside mirror would be erect, which means your image is in straight. You are like this in front of mirror. Then similar inside mirror would be same of your image size. Here, this these are what characteristics of a plane mirror. These are characteristics of a object. So we are moving to it. Here we understood that our image inside mirror would be same in size as we are as original object. But there is a difference. What? We are in front of a plane mirror. Where is our right hand? Then we will see what our image would erase what would erase left hand rather than erasing right hand. It is a difference. So left side of a original object inside mirror would appear what right side, right side, and right side of original object would appear inside mirror what left side of a original object. Clear? So lateral inverted. So it means inverted. It means left and right side of a object would appear inverted inside mirror. It is so in what word we can say your image inside a mirror would be inverted. Would be inverted. Now let's try to understand about a concave mirror and convex mirror. Concave mirror and concave mirror, convex mirror. Already we have understood what a plane mirror. Now we have two types of mirror. As I told you, there are three types of mirror. First plane, second concave, third convex mirror. Already we understood. we have understood about the plane mirror. Now we are moving ahead, which is what concave, and second is convex. So this concave convex is a part are parts of a spherical shape like this. Got it? So here this is a two part. This part is what? Convex mirror. Convex mirror. And this part is concave mirror. Let's make it clear. So here you just need to understand that we have a concave convex mirror, and this mirror, this is a part of a spherical mirror. Okay, a spherical mirror. It is a set what a spherical mirror, because it is in shape of a sphere. That's why. So here concave, which means our surface would be inwards like this. This uh, here try to understand this area, this inward area, inward area is a explanation of a concave mirror. Concave, which means inward surface, inward area. Concave outline, similar. This is a concave. This is a shape of this is a shape of cave. So here we are looking what this area looks like. This is a in inward area. So here you are looking like this because it is a painted area behind a mirror, behind a spherical mirror, behind concave mirror. So here, so our image would be where about so here we have you have a here point which is considered a center. P you can say like this. P which means a pole. Here focus, then radius. Focus is a half of radius. Okay. Curvature like this. So here concave mirror would describe that my shape is inward shape. So surface of a concave mirror would be inward, and convex here try to understand. We have convex. So this is a wrong diagram to describe convex mirror. Here, try to understand. This painted area, this is a painted area of a convex. So here, inward area is a painted area. This outward surface is what convex is a identify of a convex mirror. This outward area, this inward area is an identify of a concave mirror. This outward area is a what identify of a convex mirror. Inward area would be painted area. Got it? Like this. This is a what This will describe about a lot of the things about concave mirror. This is a pole already we know because this is a in center. We have then focus, then radius which is 2m, 2m. Radius is of 2m. Clear? Then we have curvature. Uh, Regarding this pole focus, focal length, radius, curvature of this mirror, we will try to understand in 10th standard. Okay, in 10th standard. Also about the formation of the image in concave mirror, in convex mirror, we will try to understand in 10th standard. Clear? So here we just needed to understand that definition of a concave and the definition of a convex mirror. It is the same that my convex mirror concave mirror would describe my surface would be cave. My surface would be inward direction, and convex mirror would be Vix. Would be surface of convex mirror would be outward. This outward area is a definition of a convex mirror. Is a definition of a convex mirror. Clear? Let's see examples of a concave and convex mirror. We have a real examples. We have real examples of this two mirror. Concave mirror is used by a doctor. Concave mirror is used by doctor. A lot of doctor use concave mirror to see teeny disorder inside patient. Teeny. That's why it is said what concave mirror helps us to see the tiny material in larger form, in larger size. Similar convex mirror. Convex mirror helps to cover a lot of area within a limited area. So convex mirror uh, is used in traffic places. In traffic places, convex mirror is used uh, usually where and traffic places. These are examples of a concave mirror. So here, just remember that convex mirror would cover a lot of area, and concave mirror would help to see tiny material in large form. That's why it is used by doctors to see tiny disorder inside patient. Inside patient. Do you want to understand about the concave lens, convex lens? This is a convex lens. We have this is a concave lens. So here this middle area would be thin. I am saying thin. This middle area of this mirror would be thin, and this end area of this mirror would be thick. Would be thick than the middle area. Similar here you can say what this middle area would be thicker. Would be thick. Would be thick. Okay, would be thick. But this outer this end of this mirror would be thin. Would be more thin. Okay. This is that is how to identify which is what convex lens and which is concave lens. So if a middle area of a concave lens is thin, then it will be known as what? Concave lens. And to identify convex lens, so if middle of a mirror is thick, then it types of mirror it types of lenses will be known as convex lens. Convex lens. Got it? That's all. I think we have covered a lot of things. A lot of things. Already you know, I think so. Already you know, sunlight has seven light. So real color light. Which type of real color light does sun have? Yeah, answer would be white. White split white color splits into split seven colors into another direction, which is what? Violet, blue, yellow, orange, uh, orange, V R O Y G. Then I. Violet, blue, red, orange, yellow, green, indigo. These are sevens which white has white have seven colors. Violet, blue, red, orange, yellow, green, indigo. Rainbow also has this seven colors. These seven colors.